Hey Aquarius, I'm your astrologer Wonder Girl, taking you to new heights. Here is your weekly forecast for the week of Monday, June 4th to Sunday, June 10th, 2018. And before I get started, I did just want to let you know my June 2018 webinar is now available on my website if you want to see what this month is all about and what some of the most important or influential days of the month may be. What I see June about is really when fate steps in and takes over to readjust our life and course correct in some way. Okay, it could be hard for us to do the things that we want, that are important to us. Maybe we could feel a little frustrated or thwarted in some of those things, but I think our spirit and our soul and perhaps even a higher power is going to be working behind the scenes to really adjust and rearrange things, hopefully in our favor. It may not be quite what we wanted by the end of the month, the way things work out, but I think in the end will be just what we need in order to meet these next chapters of our life. Okay, so that's what I've got there. Now, Aquarius, for your horoscope. What we've got this week, happening all week, is Mars in a conjunction with the South Node, which just happens to be in your first house. So this can bring frustrations, I did mention that a little bit earlier, but frustrations about you, about who you are, about what you want and need. The first house kind of rules everything about you. So maybe you really want to put your life in a place that you feel is good for you. Maybe you want to take care of some things so that you can feel like you, so that you can get yours. And that may feel, I'm not gonna lie, this week and maybe even for the next few months, a little bit hard for you to feel like you're finally settling in, becoming the person that it is that you want to be. Not that you can't be that person, just that it may take a little bit more time and some patience before it all starts to fall into place. Okay, so that's what's going on there. While that's happening, on Wednesday we also do have Venus here in Cancer and in opposition with Pluto in Capricorn. And Pluto in Capricorn for you is in your 12th house of your insides and of your spirituality, also of the past. And Venus in Cancer is going to be in your 6th house of your job and your daily routines. So I think what that can bring on Wednesday, well, really, maybe I'll start this way. Perhaps that can bring some changes. Maybe there are some changes the past few months of the year, the first 6 months of the year, that it is that you've been making inside, internally, to overcome the past, to move forward, to get right with yourself. And I think what starts to happen on Wednesday is it becomes how you can start to live some of these internal changes that it is that you've been making. It's not enough to just overcome the past, to work things out in the mind, but for you especially, it's now about how you can start to live and have more of a job, a set of daily routines that really gets you on the inside. Okay, you may not feel like everything's falling into place quite yet with Mars in the South Node in your first house. You may not feel like you are who you want to be and the way that you see yourself quite yet. But I think by working out some of the practical details now instead of the internal ones, it will help you to slowly over the next few weeks and months start to bring it all together. Okay, so that's what I see there. While that's going on Wednesday and Thursday, we also do have Mercury and the Sun in a conjunction in Gemini and a square with Neptune and Pisces. And Pisces for you is going to be in your 2nd house of money, of your confidence, of your gifts and skills and talents. And Gemini here for you is your 5th house of happiness, of love, of romance, also of passion projects, kids, and entrepreneurial ventures. And what that could bring on Wednesday and Thursday as you're trying to work some of this other stuff out is perhaps some confusion about what makes you happy, about how you can be happier in a more stable way, using more of your talents, making more money, doing something that it is that you really enjoy. Okay, that could be a little bit difficult here as you're trying to really make things happen in a little bit more of a practical way than they have recently. Again, the message with this alignment here, if there may be some confusion, not just confusion with you thinking, but if there is some confusion in the way that you communicate with others as well, needing again to just be patient with yourself, to be patient with other people as you work some of these details out. Okay, it's not that you can't make money doing what you love. It's not that you can't use your talents in a positive way to do something that makes you happy, okay, and to live a life that you're really confident in. It's just that it may take some more time for you to feel like it's all starting to come together, and that before things start to come together, Maybe you need to focus more on how you can get your life in order on the outside, how you can align the outside of your life practically now with what's been going on inside behind the scenes. And I think once more of that starts to happen, and you start to see more things manifest in reality, then it will give you more clarity and more understanding on some of the other matters in regards to money, in regards to your talents and confidence and who it is that you are. And that will start to fall into place later. All right. So that's what I have there. Now your card for the week, Aquarius, is the 6. It's the 6 of Wands reversed. Now, when this card is upright, maybe I'll start there. It's typically about success, about a victory, about having maybe started out early on your journey working on something and maybe getting a good bit of like beginner's luck. And when this card is reversed, maybe feeling like success isn't there. Maybe feeling like it's hard for you to find the victory, to conquer some of the questions maybe that have been on your mind lately. And I really do think that the message of this card is saying even when it feels like you're not making progress, even when it feels like you're not succeeding, you are. For some reason I'm thinking of this time with this card. What is it? It's like the day is always darkest before the dawn. I don't know, there's something, maybe one of you can fill it in the comments what I'm trying to say, but that's how I feel. It's like right before day breaks, right before there's like the spark of like new hope of a new life. It's the darkest night. Night's really dark before the day happens, and I think that's what's going on with this card. It's saying, look, if you feel like it's hard for you to make progress, to bring what's going on in your spirit, heart, and soul out into the open, for you to live a life that more resonates with you now and not an old you, if you're feeling like that's hard, it's not that you're stagnating, it's not that you're not making progress, it's just that there's a lot of stuff that's going on behind the scenes, maybe that you cannot see, that has yet to be revealed. And if you just don't lose faith, and if you just keep trusting in yourself, in the things that you've done so far and moving forward, I think you will see later on that there are some successes to be had, okay? And to realize that there is success, there is victory right around the corner for you, to feel like you're living a life more in alignment with who it is that you really are, and like you can be more confident and more stable doing this and more happy. It just may take a little bit more time before you start to see and receive the praise for some of the work that you're doing, and before you start to feel like it's really hitting home with you, okay? So that's what I've got for you this week, Aquarius. Thank you so much for watching my horoscope. I hope you liked it. If you did, please like it on YouTube, subscribe to my channel, share with your friends, and I will talk to you later.